trying to figure this new camera out. I just filmed a video. I don't think I had the mic turned on, and I'm too tired to do that video again. I just thinking, because I'm sitting here hot, drinking me some cold water, fixing to go back out, try to catch some fish. It's been tough. 97 degrees, dog days. It's supposed to be tough. I'll be right back. I want to talk about why I'm doing this, because it don't make no sense to some people. It don't hardly make no sense to me. But I'm old school. I'm going to talk about it. I've had several people comment on my channel that they don't tournament fish, they don't tournament fish anymore, they don't like tournament fishing, and that is all fair, fine, and dandy. I didn't fish tournaments for basically 20 years, just a few last few years. So I thought it'd only be fair to talk about why I tournament fish, what little bit I do now. I have a business that we work weekends. I cannot fish often on weekends. I think I fished 2 or 3 tournaments a few years ago with my buddy on Saturdays and Sundays. So I have these Tuesday tournaments we have here at Lake of the Ozarks in the fall and winter and spring. I'll put my solar bats on because it's freaking bright looking out here. Oh, y'all, these are dandy. Wow, it's just amazing. Everything gets pretty. Okay, that's enough. Link in the description. It's hot, I tell you that. Why? Now, I'm not fishing a tournament. I'm just out here for fun. I haven't been in 5 weeks. You got to stay sharp. My first tournament's in October. I'd like to fish some more tournaments, but why? Well, I tell you, I've probably been on the water, oh golly, 5 hours today, almost 6 hours. I can't believe that. Wow. And I've only caught a few fish. I haven't. There's a bar over there right there, a Main River bar. I got into him for a little bit while ago, couldn't make it work. Couldn't get him. It's just a weird deal. But you're there. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get back to where I was 25 years ago. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But the tournament fishing thing, guys, it's just so simple. It makes me better than I am. It makes me better than I've ever been. It makes me dig down and try harder, pull more hours, spend more money, and even these little funky one-day tournaments I'm fishing, fish gets a bunch of sticks, a bunch of hot rods. You gotta be tough. I've never fished better in my life than some of the days I practiced for tournaments and fished tournaments. Some of my fondest memories of fishing, and you call it a bastardization of the sport, I'll agree with you. I will agree with you. It can be. But have been those days when I struggle, practicing, can't figure it out, don't know what to do, and come tournament day I put it together, using all the information that, or even lack of information I had in practice. And there's just some magical days I can look back on, really 8 or 10 of them specific, sometimes just for an hour, sometimes for 2, sometimes for a whole day, not really very often for a whole day. Rick Clun said once, classic on Arkansas River, we blew everybody away 75 pounds. He was in that zone every day, never got out of it. That would be overwhelming. Oops. Early release, you know. But the euphoric thing that happens when you're tournament fishing and competing, that is where it's at for me. Man, whoever says ice water don't work is, well, they're not me. I just moved my throttle. It was killing me in the ribs. The stuff you go. I'm testing the camera, I tell you that. Hopefully I get this thing right. It's not a very good camera. It was on sale cheap. It's a plastic. I talked about it in the other videos. The other video works. But there's some wind, there's waves hitting the back of the boat. I'm hoping this mic stuff is better. Because y'all deserve better. So that's why I fish tournaments. Because truthfully, like today, I'm trying, but I ain't trying hard enough. I'm not putting my nose down and working extra hard. Now, I don't have to. And some people, that's the bastardization of sport. You go out of an evening throwing a topwater bait, and just, if you catch me, do. If you catch me, don't. Whatever. I get that. 97 degrees. Last day of July, I believe. Dog days of summer. Fishing's supposed to be tough. But if I got into them today, if I figured something out, which I'm not fishing any of my stuff. I'm not fishing nothing that I know has fish. It's all up there. I grew up here. Where I'm fishing right now is my home, my number one spot in the world to fish. It's upper 30 miles Lake the Ozarks, my favorite. Shallow, with some good deep water. That's 45-foot water over there. I'm not fishing anything, at least yet, today, in 5.5. Well, okay, I've fished some stuff before, but it's not part of any plan. And nothing I've fished in years. Which is easy to do because I haven't fished a lot of this stuff in years. I tournament fish because it makes me a better fisherman. I used to. Heck, maybe it don't. Wow, there's a revelation. It used to make me the best I could be. Maybe it's hurting me now. I don't know. If I had a tournament this weekend, or it's coming up, I would definitely be fishing different today. I'd be checking out more stuff that I know and expand from there instead of going backwards. Maybe it's hurting me. I can be taught. I can learn a little bit. Maybe that's the deal. Maybe tournaments isn't for me anymore. I'm getting older and beat up. But I still think I can do it. I still think I can pull something out. I still fish harder in tournaments. I'm obviously not fishing hard now. I'm talking to a freaking camera. The whole tournament deal of killing bass is disturbing. It's always been there. I taught myself into believing over the years that I wasn't killing any bass, or not very many. I have rarely weighed a dead fish in. I've always been big on putting a little medicine in them, keeping good cool water on, putting a little salt in with them once in a while. I'm a big believer in cool water tournaments. I think that's where we need to be. If we could ever figure out how to do a virtual weigh-in, digital weigh, virtual, is that the right word? I would get the cell phone to make it happen. I don't know how that's impossible. You could only have maybe 2 fish in the boat at any given time. You bring your big fish because you may have problems getting the signal. I don't know how that. I don't have a cell phone. So, killing fish, you have every right to kill and clean bass and eat them if you want, but doing it just for tournament's sake. And the way people treat them at the end of the day, you ever watch guys when they throw their fish bag, go dump them on a hot launch ramp, just dump a bag out in 6 inches of water and turn them. You ever watch that? Everybody does it. I sit there and play with those fish. I talk to them. I make sure they swim off. I don't mean they're going to live. I don't mean they're going to make it. Yeah, cool weather tournaments is obviously the thing. I'm going to stick with that as much as I can. I'm going to go back to fishing. It's going to be so hard to do because it's hot right there. It's hot here, but I got to breathe. It's beautiful, shady. I got cold water and cold Gatorade. And a new camera. I hope it's working. God bless you guys. I hope I explained myself. I know tournament fishing can be a sinful thing. It can be a bastardization of a perfect sport. But I like it because it makes me, or has made me in the past, better than what I had been before. And I like to keep that up. I like to think I got some more of that in me. See you guys. God bless.